Greeting YouTube. Today, the upload date for this video is my 57th birthday. The day I become actually Tetsubo 57. A day I never really thought I'd see, but here we are. So for the next year, my channel name is Literal. That's kind of nice. No silly hat this year. I often wear a silly hat because I got to tell you, I'm not really feeling a silly hat this year. Last year when I made my video, which I've just watched, I was looking forward to this September with the assumption that with the vaccinations coming out and we would have had flattened the curve and knocked COVID-19 back until it was a rare and unusual occurrence. Instead, we haven't done that. There are millions of Americans who have politicized the vaccine and decided that they would rather worship their orange god than take a vaccine which has unprecedented efficacy and has been tested rigorously and is based upon research that's been going on for the past 20 years. The reason they were able to develop the vaccine so quickly is because we've been researching these types of vaccines for the last 2 decades and have had ample evidence from the other types of COVID, SARS and things like that. So this is not the first time we've encountered this type of a virus. It's just the first time we've encountered this specific strain of the virus. And thanks to the maskless folks out there, all the plague rats, the Delta variant has now taken hold, and the vast majority of the people coming down with COVID at the moment are either the unvaccinated adults or the kids who can't be vaccinated. So 90+% of those currently getting COVID are unvaccinated. In some places, they're actually up to as high as 13% of the people are breakthrough cases because they're being exposed repeatedly to the Delta variant. Now, if you have the vaccine, even if you catch it, it is very unlikely that you're going to die. Your chances of needing hospitalization are far lower. I believe that you are 4 times less likely to have hospitalization, and you are 7 times less likely to die. So that's a pretty big win right there. That's a lot of protection. So I'm quite happy that I've got my vaccine. But even with my vaccine, because of the Delta variant, I wear a mask whenever I'm inside a public space. And I have cut out a lot of the types of public spaces that I would regularly go to because I can't take that risk. I'm not going to estate sales. I'm not going to thrift shops or pawn shops. I'm not going to antique stores. I'm not going to like Bull Moose, which is a record video, digital dealer, and they have books and stuff. It's pretty much the favorite place in the world for me in Salem, New Hampshire is Bull Moose Music, and I can't go there at the moment for fear of the maskless masses out there, the plague rats, spreading the Delta variant everywhere they go. And if you're willing to listen to disinformation over medical experts, you are a fool. You are dangerous, just as dangerous as a drunk driver. And you have essentially decided that I don't get to have a birthday this year. I had planned on actually today, my plans with my wife had been to go to the Boston Aquarium in the morning on Saturday the 4th, and then have a picnic somewhere in Boston, and then go to Cambridge to an antique store. Those had been my plans, and I canceled all of them. Well, we'll probably still have a picnic. We'll just go somewhere in New Hampshire or someplace. But they'll be outdoors, and we'll make sure we're far away from people. And on Sunday morning, the 5th, I was planning my birthday breakfast because I have a tradition. I have a birthday breakfast with my friends on that day, and I'm not going into any restaurants. In fact, over more than the last year, we've been to one restaurant because before the Delta variant hit, we'd finally felt confident enough that we felt we could go to a restaurant and feel safe. And we went to the Parker's Maple Barn out in Mason, New Hampshire, which is a lovely location. And when the pandemic has been finally kicked to the curb, I recommend you go there if you get a chance to and you're passing through Mason, New Hampshire. It's a really nice place. I've been going there for close to 30 years, I guess. And so all of that got washed away too. I'm not going out for birthday breakfast. My wife said she's going to bake me an apple pancake uh, for my breakfast that day, and she's going to cook me a no sugar added apple pie for my birthday. She makes a really great no sugar added apple pie. Um, she uses like 4 different types of apples, puts dried cranberries in there. The sweet and tart from the actual fruit is awesome. And it's just really quite enjoyable because I'm a pie guy. I'm not really big on cakes. Though I do miss carrot cake. Carrot cake's pretty awesome. Um, so my birthday isn't quite what I want it to be this year. I'm bummed about that. There's not a lot I can do about it though. I bought myself some gaming books. You may or may not have, no, by the time this video goes up, you will not have seen the video that deals with the book haul I got for my birthday as a gift to myself. Um, and I don't know if I'll be getting any other gifts. I recently got a payout from an insurance policy from my father. That was a fairly substantial quantity of money. So I doubt he'll even give me a birthday gift this year. That's fine with me. He gave me considerably more than he would have normally given me for my birthday. My mom might send me some money. Um, I'm not sure if she will or won't. It's up to her. And my sister and her kids will probably send me pictures, maybe a card, which will be cool. Um, and I have no idea if my wife will be getting me a gift. My wife is remarkably bad at getting gifts. She doesn't enjoy it. She finds it very stressful, so I don't really impose it upon her. She can find something that she's happy with for me. Cool, great. I will appreciate it. And like, for example, she got me this, which is a custom steel die one year. And one year she got me this, which is a brass link from an actual chain, anchor chain that belonged to a British minesweeper. So this was actually in the ocean at one time being used as an anchor chain, because when you're a minesweeper, you can't have steel chain because you can't have that magnetic signature screwing with your ship. So they have that. So that's kind of cool. I like bright, shiny metal. One of my things. So this week I have off. I took off the 3rd, Friday night, so I wouldn't have worked Friday night because I don't work on my birthday. And if I'd worked Friday night, I would have to have been at work from midnight to 7 a.m. on my birthday. Hell no. So I took that day off. And I had the next week off because it's Labor Day. Then I took the next 4 days off. So I have the week off. And I'm looking forward to doing some more organization in the office. I have no idea if I'll get to the stuff behind me, but I've been doing stuff that you can't see, like my toolboxes. I have 3 stacked toolboxes here next to me in my office, as well as stuff in the closet, which is there's a file cabinet closet, which is full of tools and gear. And I've gone through that. I've edited it all. And then I have stuff on either side, which I have to edit still, and the stuff on the top shelf I think I have to edit. That's going to be real quick. That's like packing materials, I think. And I would then like to move into the room proper, and I need to edit some of my bookshelves so I can get some of my more gaming books out of here, which aren't currently sitting on shelves, and get those onto a shelf. So I need to edit my bookshelves and get rid of some things that I realize that I'm just not using. I don't really need them. Uh, I've been holding on to them for the most part for nostalgic purposes, and I would rather have the RPG books because they bring me more joy. The idea that I have a very substantial RPG library makes me happy. Um, and so hopefully we'll be able to clear up some space in here. And I need to go through some review of some stuff on the shelf behind me, on the bench behind me, as well as a bunch of knives I need to do. So I'm hoping I can get some of that done over the course of that week. We'll find out. I really would like to. Not to mention get downstairs into my shop and work on some more projects. I have a shield idea that I've been playing with that I think I may want to work on. And as a number of course, weapon projects. I have always got weapon ideas kicking around in my skull. I have an idea for a double leaf blade sword. That might be kind of cool. So that's going to be my birthday week. It's not necessarily what I would have wanted entirely, because otherwise, if the COVID had been knocked back to the comfort level and then Delta variant had never arrived, I would have gone antiquing by myself and thrift shopping by myself during the week I have off. There's a number of different places I like to go, from the normal places you'd see like Savers or Goodwill to a little more obscure thrift shops, and of course antique stores are fairly prevalent in and around New Hampshire and the seacoast of New Hampshire in particular. Route 4 is a good place to go as well. But won't be doing that this year. I have to make sure that I'm not putting myself or my wife at risk. Neither of us can afford to become long haulers. If either of us gets it, then both of us can't work, because I can't go to work if my wife has it until I have a negative, make sure she's negative and I'm negative. I can't go back to work, and that would have a major impact on our finances. So yeah, we can't have that happen. So not necessarily the birthday day and the birthday week vacation that I would really have preferred, but here we are. So let's hope that next year's better, um, because if we're still dealing with COVID-19 next year, that's going to be really depressing. So let's try to end on a positive note. It's my 57th year. I've been around for 57 years, and I am mentally healthier than I ever have been, even in the face of a pandemic. I'm on antidepressants. I have my YouTube channel, the community that has popped up around it. I have my Instagram and my DeviantArt pages, which I use for my platforms for my art and my goofy pictures I take. I have my hobbies of reading and crafting, of course, and collecting too many damn things. So yeah, the yard sale season is still open, so I'm still doing those because they're outdoors. So maybe I'll find some good bargains over the course of my vacation as well. And I'll have 4 days, I guess, that week, when there might be some decent yard sales. We'll find out what the weather does for me. But anyone who has been here for the last year, thank you. I appreciate it. Anyone who's here today for this video, also, thank you. I appreciate it. So let's hear it for a better one next year.